Welcome, one and all. Now, at the moment, I'm in the wedding chapel, looking out of one of their windows. I was hoping to take you for a walk along the promenade this morning. However, as you can see, that is not possible because the Irish Sea is showing its might this morning. You can see it crashing over the promenade now. And the spray from it, it doesn't matter where you are on the promenade, you're going to get it on your glasses and on your face and everywhere. It's very, very strong. It makes good video though. It really does. Now, when I leave here, when I leave the wedding chapel, there's two places I would like to take you. So, with another view of the Irish Sea cascading against this promenade, we'll go off now to our first of two venues. I thank the wedding chapel for these views. In the background, you can see the Christmas trees on the promenade. And across the road, that shop unit there with the red fascia, that was the Kentucky Fried Chicken shop, which is still empty. Now this road here will take you to the Abingdon Street Market and also the entrance to Hounds Hill Shopping Centre. However, we are not going there, we are going here. Just as a point of interest, I found this interesting. I noticed it over the weekend. This shop unit here, which has just become available, it was £94,000 rent per annum. It is now £24,000 per annum. And I believe there's an upstairs as well. Well, here's the phone number, should anybody be interested. It's a very, very advantageous location. As you can see, on the right, one of the entrances to the Hounds Hill Shopping Centre itself. And we are now rapidly approaching the very, very important now Blackpool Indoor Street Market. I thought you might be interested in seeing that shop unit. We'll go to our second venue now. Right outside the Winter Gardens. And turning the camcorder around, you will see St John's Square with its church. Now this morning, why I brought you here is to show you that all the Christmas chalets that were here are now being taken down and taken away. And hopefully we will see them all back next festive season. In front is the last one to be taken down. Just going to walk past one of their transporters here and notice how neatly all those frames are placed. A very, very careful job this. So there we are. We'll say goodbye to the last hut. Welcome to one and all. Now on this morning, I'm going to take you around all the building sites that we visit where the contractors have returned after their seasonal holidays. And this is our first one. It is, of course, the build of the Holiday Inn and the tramworks. The Hirass wire netting here, that's just got to be extended. And the contractor's just walking away now as he has finished his duties. There's some concrete due to be laid here. That's why they've had to extend it. So I think we'll move around to one of the other sides now of this Holiday Inn. Now to my right would be the big store of Sainsbury's. And we're very fortunate here today because we're going to see one of the first lifts of the tower crane since the contractors have arrived from, as said earlier, their seasonal holiday. And there we are, the tower crane lifting up these goods. Now fortunately, two contractors have just passed me, and they were kind enough to tell me what this crane is hoisting up. They are rebars. Now that is short for reinforcing bars, and they will help support the concrete. Rebar. I do hope you find that interesting. I find it's always good to learn something on these visits. Reinforcing bars. Now I'm just going to walk a couple of more paces to my right to follow this lift of these bars and to see them safely placed on the third story. I won't be a couple of seconds. And we can see them now safely placed on the third story. And with another view of this third story of the Holiday Inn itself, we will now proceed to our next venue. That's the Iceland store up the top there. Now where we are going is down this alleyway here, which we now visit. And we can see straight away plasterers at work on the rear here of those three shops and the flats above that Bambers are refurbishing. Yes, in front now you can see all the plasterers from Bambers at work on the rear here of these three shops and the apartments. A quick little visit. Now we really must move on to our next venue. We have moved down now to the other end of Edward Street. And I'm going to show you this because this is one classy job. It's been a long one here and still a bit to do, but as said, this oozes class. Look at the facade here. Absolutely superb. Beautiful sandstone blocks, I believe. Just going to walk back to get the full effect for you. And raising the camcorder again. There we are. You can see the full effect now of this facade of the Cedar Tavern. Quite an exceptional finish and job here, and it's been a long one. It really, really has. I'm going to go around the side now. Yes, this is still the Cedar Tavern. Well, there's one of the tradesmen's vehicles there. Very, very cleverly named. Carl's Coats of Colours. Tremendous. And look at this again. Class all the way round. Well done to one and all involved in this very, very long project of the Cedar Tavern. We move on now to the Promenade itself. A quick view of the Irish Sea, which is still showing its might from yesterday. Now this morning we are very fortunate enough to catch these vehicles here and the arrival of that big mobile crane, because they're taking down that very big ride that was here around the world. Now that's the first of two transporters that will take away that ride as a whole when it's all taken down. And this transporter here, as you can see, some of the framework of that ride has already been placed on here, a massive transporter. And you can see some workers now on the top section there. And you can just see what's left of the ride now, in between the cabin and the transporter itself. And there's the blue, very big crane that has arrived. And again, we're fortunate enough to see it swing around an item here from that ride. We'll stay with this and we'll see that safely placed on this transporter. There we are, it's just coming to rest now. Going to move around now the side of this transporter, and I'll just show you that massive, very big blue mobile crane which is undertaking this work. So we'll move on now. And there's what's left of that ride. Just this section now to be placed onto those transporters. Now a final view of that ride around the world and some of the staff here. I've just been told that they promised to return at Christmas 2022. It proved very popular. So as said, we will see them this Christmas coming. And now we move on now to this ice skating rink. Also, of course, this will be taken down as the illumination season has finished and all these attractions will be going. And across there you see two vans of Blackpool Council. Well, their staff are simply taking down all the bulbs here which were around the rink itself. The rink will be taken away this week. We now move a few paces further along to the chalets. And we have now arrived at those chalets. And these will all be taken down. This is the first section. The other section we will see in a couple of minutes. And here we see a gentleman. He had one of these huts and he's just taken away all that remained inside. And a view of the comedy carpets and the Blackpool Tower will then show our arrival of the second section of these chalets, and they all promise to come back this coming Christmas. The removal of these will take all of this week. Bye bye everyone.